there has to be a point where it just breaks and we need to regroup as people. So how do we get people back into theaters? As a director, how would you get them to go to the theater rather than just stream it on Netflix?
I think the heart of it is tell great stories.
Yeah.
I mean, it sounds simple, but it's true.
Yeah.
Like new, interesting, original stories.
Right.
You know, I think there will always be an appetite for blockbusters and sequels, and trust me, I'll be right there.
Okay.
But I think that, you know, there's a lot of risk taking on television. Mm-hmm. I mean, things are contracting right now because it's been a bad time. But in general, in the past decade, it's been like gangbusters of experimentation, greenlighting cool things. But I think the studios would be wise to be investing in a lot of $10 million experiments. Right. Some will be bad. Look, I mean, take it like from a business perspective. Right. They should approach these things as like entrepreneurship. So like the rule is like you invest in 10 companies. Most of them could fail, but you'll get a home run, maybe one. Yeah. You get some doubles and some triples. You know,
you give us $10 million. You see how we get you that home run right here. Yeah. Subscribe right here.
Yeah, but what do they have to lose? It's like
$10 million.
No, but they're spending $500 million on one Tom Cruise movie that isn't that profitable. Like those big blockbusters, they're not that profitable because then they have double the budget on marketing. Yeah. So they'll make a lot of money, but like, are they making a lot of money? Like,
I don't know.
I mean, it's like almost like a big marketing thing to keep their brands alive, and they should
just stop at some point and just be like, you know what? We're gonna leave this alone. Like, no more remakes. Why don't we need fresh ideas? Yeah. Like Wicked. Yeah. I didn't see it. Did you see it?
I liked it.
Did you?
Yeah.
I don't know.
But I never saw the play.
No?
No, I was always like bummed that I never saw it.
I don't know, but again, investing so much money. Yes, you have Ariana Grande and that Cynthia girl. Yeah. But I don't know.
Well, it's not sustainable because they're spending way too much money, and probably AI is going to replace a lot of these VFX artists, sadly. So I mean, that's
the nature of the game.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, I think to get people into theaters, I mean, you have to try new things and like elevate new filmmakers. No. I know I have a bias because like I would like to be one of those people, but it's the same as like in the 70s. Like lots of experimental stuff came out, and it was like a golden age of cinema and like new voices coming to the front, like the breaking of the old guard, like the end of the 50s and the censorship and like the Red Scare and like all the communist, you know, they were hunting screenwriters and imprisoning people in Hollywood. It was all like propaganda. Yeah. And the 70s was about liberating from that and freedom. And you had like Terrence Malick come out of there. You had even from the blockbuster side, like Steven Spielberg and George Lucas. But you had like also like Jack Nicholson came out of there. I mean, it's a crazy, you know, new wave, American new wave. And I feel like we're coming out of a bad period of, you know, a restrictive period, lots of sequels, tired stories, also some like censorship adjacent type, like comedies have been, I can't name a great comedy that's come out in the past. Like
The Wrong Missy. Have you seen that?
No.
With David Spade.
Oh, is that with Theo Vaughn in it?
No.
The Wrong Missy?
Yeah, it's so good.
Okay, I'll see that.
Yeah, but you know what I think it is too? People want organic. Mm-hmm. I feel like these movie stars nowadays are just so polished and so perfect that they're almost unattainable. So when you see this beautiful woman just crying on screen, she could be an amazing actress, but she's so pretty. It's like doesn't even feel real. Yeah. You know? Yeah. With the filler and the lips and the teeth and everyone's starting to look alike. Yeah. And the acting's not quite as strong as it was in even going back to the 80s, 90s. Sure. You know, even early 2000s. Yeah. You had to be beautiful always to be on screen, or some sort of beauty or some attribute that made you beautiful. It could be spirit or eyes or whatever it was. But now it's become so superficial
And they all have the same surgeon.
They all have the same surgeon. They all have the same almost voice for the most part.
Yeah.
You know, the inflection of the voice. It's that, you know, you've heard it. But like, I think audiences want, just like their food, they're tired of the process and they're ready to get back to basics.
Absolutely. And I think a lot about like the Oscars and the award shows, and they're like, how do we turn this around? And the ratings of the Oscars.
Yeah.
And I watch the Oscars and I watch it every year. Go back and watch the ones from the 80s.
Yeah.
Watch the ones from the 90s. Watch Billy Crystal. And back to event planning.
Yeah.
They put on an event and they put on a show.
Right.
Like this year's Oscars, it was all. I mean, there was like one song Conan sang, but most of it is just these actors coming out, telling bad jokes, reading from a teleprompter.
They look amazing.
They look amazing.
They're perfect.
Robert Downey Jr. has like really cool glasses,
right?
And he's like, but look back at the 80s. Watch Pee-wee Herman comes out, and he gets attacked by a giant robot that's invading L.A. Pee-wee Herman gets on this thing, gets ziplined up through the audience, and then this robot comes out, and then RoboCop comes in and kills the bad robot and saves Pee-wee Herman. Okay?
Yeah.
Look, it's crazy, but like, that's fun. Like, I want to watch stuff like that. Right. Billy Crystal, he was like doing all these performances and like he was amazing. Like he was so engaging and
animated. There was emotion. These people have so much filler and Botox in their face they can't even show expression.
Yeah, because the reality is like people don't care that much about the movies, especially because we don't have 10 classics nowadays. Right. So you got to put on a good show. Then people will watch it. Then we'll go viral. Like. Right.